And we're live now. It says, excellent connection.
Excellent.
Excellent. Totally. James is playing one of his 50 guitars.
I call this one tune-up.
It sounds wonderful. David Beckham says, sounds good. Hey, David. Nice to see you. He's the first one to chat.
Mm-hmm.
We're in our jammies. It's a
We're
jammy.
jamming in our jammies.
Jamming in our jammies. It's a jammy kind of podcast.
Oh, you play Wild Thing.
Oh, I need to turn my phone down.
You make my heart sing. You make everything groovy.
Maybe we can add that on the Harry Scary Hangout. The monkey will like play a little ditty. Like
Don't
play
use
a little.
that word anymore.
Oh shoot!
You ruined that.
Can't
one. You
use
don't
that
wanna
word
play any
anymore.
Little ditties.
No, can't use that word anymore. Play
Thanks,
a
Puff
little
Daddy.
tune.
A little P Diddy.
A little
You know I got the
song.
key to your city.
No, no, never again.
Well,
Kev Thulu says Freebird. Jack
it's
Gray.
Sean on the hot track, melt like it's hot wax.
And
Put
Connie
it out,
Cleary's
all the stores,
here.
Bet you could shop that. Leave a player with a high hat, frontin' like bad boy ain't got tracks. Player, stop that.
Finally have a day where I can watch you two live. Gary
Yes.
Smith says, hey gang. Okay, cool. Well, we have a small group here. We
That's
could probably
fine.
get started here in a minute, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's casual jammy Wednesday.
Ah, it sure is. Boy, and boy, do we need that. I have, are we starting the show?
It's live. I guess
Okay.
we're starting.
It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Hey!
6 o'clock, time to rock.
Hey! Welcome everybody to what we hope will be another exciting episode of
Living the Scream! The behind the scenes of The Mummy and the Monkey. And I am Janet, the Mummy.
And I am James, and I portray the monkey. And wow, what can we say? Lots going on in the world, lots going on with us.
Yeah.
But
so this is us out of character, out of costume, talking behind the scenes. And half of the podcast is talking about Mummy and the Monkey stuff. And the
Yes.
other half is our reselling adventures.
And for
our
those of you-
thrifting adventures.
and if you're new to this, that for those of you wondering what this we're talking about, the Mummy the Monkey Show, we host a weekly, pretty much weekly,
almost weekly.
Friday night live streaming horror hosted show in the tradition of Elvira or Sven Gulli, if you're familiar with those horror hosts, or Joe Bob Briggs.
Oh yeah.
But we bring you B movies, live. We stream live the show live on Friday nights, 8:45 Eastern Standard Time here on our YouTube channel.
Where we dress in character and we host a cheesy old movie
Yes.
that you put sound effects in, and they're either public domain or they are independent films
That's right.
that we use with permission.
You can open up another window if you're watching this and look it up. Look up The Mummy and the Monkey, and that way you can get some reference. In tandem, you can multitask while you watch this, whether it's live now or you playing it back. So, so we love to entertain people. We've been doing it for close to about 10 years now.
Almost 11 years.
Almost 11 years now.
Yeah.
We have close to 250 shows in the can.
Yes.
And we were recently inducted into the prestigious Horror Host Hall of Fame
in 2023.
Last year, that's right. I guess we paid our dues, and then we got put in the same, the epitome of being a horror host, I guess, is being a part of this Hall of Fame. We were very honored about that.
Mm-hmm.
We're right there alongside of the horror hosts that we watched and admired growing up.
It's quite an honor.
In Northeast Ohio, like Ghoulardi and didn't watch him growing up, but he's definitely one of the big ones. Or the Ghoul, which I did.
And if you don't know the term horror host,
Yeah.
it was a character that is dressed like a monster or some type of thing.
Or sometimes not.
Or sometimes not. You know, it was a personality that would host like an old classic horror film on television.
Yeah.
And now it's on TV or streaming or the web.
That's right. So now we
or cable.
So this podcast we talk about we do like a half-see show. Half of it we talk about our Mummy and the Monkey goings on, and then the other half we talk about our reselling adventures, because we also Janet does it full time. I do it whenever I feel like it. We do reselling and garage selling. You know, go to garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and the like, and buy things and flip them on eBay.
Yeah. So that's that is my main business. Actually, is my eBay store. That is my main source of income.
And you're doing really good with the recent score. I think we talked about it last podcast, right?
Yeah, so we could do the eBay stuff first, and then Mummy Monkey stuff in
Whatever
a
you want to do.
in a little bit, or just kind of go switch
Vacillate
back
in between.
Probably just
switch it up
back.
a little bit.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So start out with eBay then.
Okay, so eBay sales, I'm up. My store is up 20% the past couple weeks, which is really good because we're in third quarter, going into fourth quarter.
Business.
Fall, going into the winter season soon, and you know the holidays are coming up soon.
They are. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
and people shop more during that time. So
People be shopping.
So I am like trying to list, get stuff sorted through, make sure I get things shipped out in time, make sure my inventory is right, you know, where it needs to be, try to organize things. And yeah, sales are up. That Barbie haul, I'm still sorting through. I went through maybe 75% of it, and oh my gosh.
But what percentage did you list?
It's probably 70%
wow, okay,
of
so
it.
you've listed.
But the 25% that's left is still a hefty chunk.
Yeah.
Like, I went through the meat of it and listed the really good stuff, and now I've got some little odds and ends where I don't know if they're going to be that great. Some pieces might be like $10. You know, it's not... It's a lot smaller compared to some of the other outfits, the vintage Barbie outfits I listed that are like, you know, $100 or more. Or some of the dolls I listed.
Is it true that can you say what the highest one listing that you have up from that lot is right now?
1,600 or best offer?
Yeah, it's for one outfit.
For one really rare Barbie doll outfit.
Yeah.
It's super rare, and it took me a long time to figure out what the pieces were that it went to. Because, yeah, your sales are good, you can make profit on it, but you really put I've really been putting the work into it, so I've been really earning it. Because to try to figure out, you know, what does this little blue shoe go to? Or what does this Barbie doll hat go to? Oh, and you're trying to figure out what the play set is, or what the outfit name or model number was.
And I'm sure people are familiar with Barbie and any kind of doll accessories. Yeah. You know how small they are. And if let's say one outfit came with 2, 3 to 5 accessories over the past, 60 years it's been out.
Yes.
So this collection had boxes full of stuff.
Boxes full of all these tiny little pieces
that could have been mixed up. You got separation going on there. So
and then some of them are handmade pieces. Like someone's mom back in the 1960s actually made some really cute Barbie outfits,
which was common for.
Which a lot of people would make their own doll outfits, and then the Barbie clone. Like the Barbie knockoff stuff that you would get at like the dime stores or the discount stores.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like trying to differentiate those. Is it Mattel branded? Is it like a handmade thing? Is it something that was like at the D&K store?
And as you said before, is that now don't discard some of that stuff because some of the knockoffs could be worth money.
Even some of the Barbie clone stuff, the Barbie knockoff stuff, or even some of the handmade stuff can still have some value if it's like cute looking, fashionable, desirable, like and in good condition. So it's like. Go and the same stands. So I know there's a lot of guys that watch that don't give a crap about Barbie. I know it's not everybody's thing. So let's something to compare it to, like He-Man, Masters of the Universe. a He-Man little action figure probably isn't worth much. Maybe $5 if it's in old beat up condition.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have that,
So that sounds like my dating profile.
old beat up condition. But if you have that with like,
if I were dating,
with all of the little weapons, like the little swords, his little shield, all the little accessories. Same with the She-Ra line. If you have like her little cape and her little sword and all the accessories, it's gonna be worth a lot more if you have a set that's complete.
you got some kudos.
Or even if you like piece it out, and if you want to just sell each piece, you could.
Peace out. Elaine says 20% up. Good job, lady.
Oh, thank you, Miss Elaine.
And Wiki Bobby shared an anecdote that we were just talking about. You told me about this earlier today about how Spirit of Halloween. Now they're gonna have a Spirit of Christmas stores.
Yes.
And I just wonder if they're gonna sell scary Christmas stuff. That'd be cool. I would have a
like
little
Nightmare Before Christmas.
have a little. Well,
yeah.
Well, we talked about this before. I think on one of these shows, but about how, and I work in. I'm a toy designer. I work in the toy industry. And we're seeing that's a thing now. Is Halloween? There's Summerween now. Halloween scary stuff like that is starting to bleed into all year round. Seasons. Mm-hmm. In the products, you're going to start seeing a lot of this stuff bleed in. So into Christmas, more than likely things. I don't see why not. In the Easter,
the Spirit Christmas, I think, is
different.
From what I've read online, it looks like it's just a Christmas only store.
Yeah, we don't have enough Christmas crap out there.
Well, and so think of all the people that love Halloween stuff and how every year sales of Halloween go up and up. Christmas is like the number one holiday with many people, especially, in America. It's like a big thing. There's a ton of people that celebrate Christmas all around the world. So that's like the number one holiday for sales. And then number two is Halloween. But it's very close, where Halloween and Christmas are becoming like the big holidays.
Right. Yes.
It makes sense. Like, okay, they already sell Halloween stuff every year. Yeah. They want to try to make some Christmas sales too.
We saw Christmas. Christmas stuff is already out, by the way, in some stores.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So, there's that. I like Christmas, but
I saw eggnog at the Aldi today.
Eggnog already?
I'm like, it's only October. Why do we have eggnog?
Some people love
at the grocery store in October.
Now, I like Christmas
craziness,
just
right?
as a reason to just hang out and watch movies and drink eggnog, if you will. And that's why I just like the coziness that you create in the house, and
Yeah.
I just like that.
I like Christmas too. I like the winter cozy stuff. What I don't like about Christmas is the greed and commercialism.
But that's always been.
I think it's great if you want to give gifts to people. What I don't like is when certain people will here's my wish list. This is what I want, and they're like, buy me this big expensive thing.
I never do that.
No.
If you don't know, if you can't think of something to get me, then don't worry about it.
How about just be surprised and be grateful for whatever you get?
I don't need anything anyway.
If your great auntie sends you like those crocheted socks, be grateful she took the time to do that. Don't be mad that she didn't buy you the latest iPhone.
Yeah, especially that one that doesn't have arms, because that was even harder for her to crochet those.
Oh gosh.
With their poor little feet.
Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox. I love.
That's what I have to say about that.
I like Christmas and I love Halloween. It's just.
Sounds like Charles Schulz wrote this.
People should be grateful for that someone even thought to give them a gift.
Christmas is so commercial, Charlie Brown.
All right.
Let's see what else. Anything? I love. We this is a split eggnog house. I love eggnog. You don't.
I hate eggnog.
Love it.
It's like vomit in a carton.
Cold spicy vomit.
It's cold spicy vomit.
With a little of that rum in there.
Oh, it is so gross.
But
that's just my opinion. What do I know?
What about coquito?
What is that?
Coquito?
What's that?
It's a Spanish. It's a drink. I think it's from Puerto Rico, actually. Puerto Rico. It's a drink that you make around Christmas time. It's rum and a bunch of other cool stuff, and it's white. It's it looks like kind of rum chata, and you put cinnamon and stuff in it. It's not as viscous as eggnog. It's a little watery, but coquito, everybody makes it, and I made it one time. I found out the ingredients and bought it at the party store, and it was okay. I liked it. It was coconut milk,
Oh, coconut I
vodka,
like. Vodka.
and
Not so
no, not vodka. I'm sorry, rum.
Rum.
And a bunch of other stuff that some kind of but it's a pretty simple thing. But I wonder if anybody else out there likes coquito.
Wiki Bobby says I found pumpkin spice eggnog.
Oh my God! What? See, there you go. See, it's bleeding in.
It is.
This
I know.
time of the year, bleeding in everything.
Gary says I guess the only action figure I had as a kid was Captain Action, but I didn't have any of the different costumes.
You found some Captain Action in that Barbie, one of those Barbie.
No, I was Action Jackson.
Action Jackson.
I found little Action Jackson outfits.
In a different Barbie
And then
lot.
the Bionic Woman, I found a couple little outfits. I think I sold the Bionic Woman outfits
Pumpkin
already.
spice. I might have to buy some of that and try that out. With a little rum.
Bitter Troll says Christmas lists are for kids, not adults. If you don't know an adult enough to know what to get them, just don't get them something.
That's pretty simple, yeah. And I'm saying the same way with birthdays too. I really don't.
I just think people need to be like less,
Wanty.
Yeah, like, oh, I have to have this expensive thing for Christmas. No, you don't actually. Do you really need that expensive
I'm glad
thing?
you feel that way. Phew. Gets me off the hook. So where am I? I don't get any presents. You say you don't need anything.
I don't really. I'm good.
Uh-huh.
But it's nice to get each other presents.
Of course, I love doing that.
I buy you presents.
The difference is I don't have a list of what I want.
Yeah, I don't.
You figure it out.
I'm not like going, honey, I demand the newest computer or whatever. I want the newest Gucci bag.
I like just asking you what you want, buying it instead of me. I mean, I love giving but I'll mix it up. I'll do some of that, but then some of it I'll try to figure out and get you some stuff I think you might like.
Yeah.
But that's the fun part too. I don't want it to all be like just let's go out and buy whatever you want. There's no thought in that.
Jack Gray says all of the action figures I had as a kid came from yard sales and flea markets. Ooh,
Fine.
That's cool.
Well,
Get some good deals that way.
That's where I get mine
Save
at
some
now.
money. Yeah.
All right, let's switch over to Mummy and Monkey.
Okay.
And we'll get back to reselling. There's lots to talk about still.
We'll get back to the eBay stuff. So we wrapped up Cinema Wasteland.
Yes, the convention that we do twice a year.
We
in
worked all
Ohio.
weekend. Yes. A wonderful indie film festival.
3 days of fun and frolic and festivities. And
yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. A lot of nice people came out. A lot of fans, friends, fellow filmmaker people.
It was the return of...
Other horror hosts were there, like Sana Ghul was there.
Yeah, the return of Tom Sullivan, the artist behind the designs of the Evil Dead movies.
Yes, Tom Sullivan.
He was his
Evil Dead setup.
It seemed that he was going to tap out after COVID and just didn't feel like anything was he probably thought nothing would bounce back and probably thought this is a good time to maybe just put it all down. But what happens, a couple years go by, and all those years you were doing that, he did that show for like 20 years. Mm-hmm. And then got a little dismayed about COVID.
He was their first guest.
I think that's my guess.
I don't know the reasons.
That's
but,
my guess.
Sometimes after a while, people want to take a break
for whatever reason
from doing the shows.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own reasons.
But I think he got bit by the bug, and he made. Now he's going to be back, and he's coming back in April as well. So
yeah, so we'll see him at the April show.
He's got other appearances booked from what we've heard too.
April
other
of 2025
conventions here and there. So good for you, Tom. And Pat Reese was there too, his buddy, the
bookbinder of the dead, his loyal assistant.
Yeah, he was a hoot to talk to. But as always, our buddy Joe Francic came out, who was a lot of people showed up. But Joe Francic is a friend through the convention, basically,
yes.
Who he likes to film a lot of the events there.
He films the goings-ons, so that was nice, and he gives us copies of the video.
And allows us to shoot on his fancy camera. Mm-hmm. And he's just an overall nice guy. Yeah. So thanks, Joe, for stopping out. Everybody else, our buddy. Another guy that's there all weekend is a dude named Brian, who works as like a reserve, army, like a reserve.
I don't know.
It's not National Guard.
I don't know all the particulars.
But anyway, he's stationed in Hawaii usually. That's pretty nice.
He works over. Yeah, he works on a ship.
But he takes time to come out.
But he's very nice, and he likes to do photography, and he's a fan of all the scary movies and stuff.
Who else came out? David Phillips, our buddy David Phillips, came up. He's there all 3 days.
Yes.
He likes to hang out. Always good to see Tim Gross, who is and
the famous actor Tom Gross.
his brother, and
Yes.
they're vendors, and they are the people that throw Gross Fest in Pennsylvania, which we were invited to
Which
be
we're
guests at.
gonna try to go to in 2025.
Yes, if all goes well. I'll talk to you about that. Of course, nothing popped up, but I got to talk to you about that. But
Oh, okay. We'll discuss that later.
yeah, but we're going to be going to that. Gosh, who else did we meet there?
A lot of other. Kenneth J. Hall, who made
that was a
the
guest.
Hobgoblin creatures
The movie
from
Hobgoblins.
the movie Hobgoblins.
He designed the little creatures. He did
And
a bunch of other
he's
stuff
also
too.
directed and produced and worked on other films. So we
Many films.
actually interviewed him, and he was one of those like convention guests who was so kind. He came up to us and started talking to us
Several times. And
a couple of times, and we're like,
dude,
we got to interview you.
Yeah.
And he was so just very easygoing, and that's what I like about Cinema Wasteland and some of the smaller shows like that. A lot of the people there are very approachable, where you're not just, it's like, I feel, and I'm not bashing the larger shows, but it's kind of like, next, because there's this big long line and they don't really have time to chat with you.
Time issue.
Yeah, and at the smaller shows, they can chat with you for a little bit, and then you're good,
We can't forget Grandpappy and his wife.
Yeah, Grandpappy and Lady K.
Lady K came out, and of course Marty from Mart. You remember? You see his artwork on our show just about every week.
Oh yeah.
Of course he showed up. Wolfchild showed up.
Yeah.
Dwayne Davis came up and graced us with his presence. But I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, we could go on and on talking about who stopped by.
But we'll probably have to reach.
It's only an hour podcast.
We'll do all this probably on the show this Friday too, because we're going to do some Cinema Wasteland recaps. We'll have this week's show this Friday. Don't know the movie yet, but I think we're going to try to do our best to get all the Cinema Wasteland footage that I can get.
We
together.
have some interview footage.
Yes. And things like that. So we'll have some of that dispersed into this week's show.
All right, let's read some comments real quick, and then we'll continue on.
I'll go, and I can go over some of the stuff I bought at Wasteland.
Bitter Troll says, I have an Amazon wish list, put things on it, just thought it was funny, and no one would ever get me. Now I have a full set of plate mail armor. That's really nice.
Yeah,
Someone did
that's
that.
kind of neat. That's a different thing. That's a literal wish, like a
yeah, you just have it out there. You're not like telling someone, I have to get this for Christmas.
Yeah, that's nice, yeah.
You just put it out there and they're being nice and getting it for you. That's different, I think.
That's cool.
Everyone's saying they love Tom Sullivan. There's a couple different comments here. Greg says, I wish I could have made it. It's okay, Greg. Thank you for the snack box.
We got the big old box of snacks sitting right here.
We didn't open it yet. We're going to open it this Friday.
Yep. Thank you.
Ruggers Customs is here. They do some amazing work. They have a Facebook page, so check them out, Ruggers Customs. They make some really cool custom. They fix up retro video game systems and like customize them for their customers.
That makes sense.
Bruce Cook says greetings, and Gary's looking forward to Akron Comic Con. Yes.
Oh, that's the next one.
So next stop, Akron Comic Con. We will be there next month. It's a little 2-day show down in Cuyahoga Falls at the Amedio Party Center. You can Google Akron Comic Con for all the information.
And of course,
I have to see who the other guests are.
We should look at the site.
I haven't looked at the site in a little while.
And Amedio, that's one of the Estevezes, right? Named after one of those Amedio Estevez.
No, I think it's a different people. Draugr says, woohoo, Akron Comic Con, I'm going to that.
Woohoo, that's going to be fun.
Bitter Troll says, you guys should do a Nashville con sometime. Looks like a lot of good times at them.
Nashville, wow.
Well, we are on television in Nashville.
That would go over great.
We've been wanting to visit Nashville. That would be cool. There's a lot of places we've been wanting to visit, but for now we have to stay local.
Loco.
We help some family members and we help some people, so we have
Friends and family we have going. We
got
some business going on.
We have to be around to help them.
But that's good. I mean, we're earning our wings.
Gary says Nashville is fun. Yeah, I hear it's a really nice city.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, that would be fun to visit.
What did I pick up at Wasteland besides Pink Eye? What did I get? So
you got a whole stack of movies there.
To add to the other stacks of movies that we already have, we haven't watched yet. But I got some really good deals from this one fella that's there. He always has like a lot of interesting, cool stuff. And I bought like he has like good deals on like these movies in a bin. I got to go through first.
Oh, cool.
Before anybody, and I snagged Volume 1 and Volume 2 of the Universal Sci-Fi collection, and the discs are almost brand new. And they have movies on here like Dr. Cyclops, Cult of the Cobra, which we just watched the other day.
We did watch Cult of the Cobra. And it's pretty decent for like an old-timey movie.
The Land Unknown is one we should watch too next. The Deadly Mantis, The Leech Woman, Tarantula, The Mole People, Incredible Shrinking Man, The Monolith Monsters, A Monster on Campus.
$2 for those?
$2 each.
That's awesome.
It might have been cheaper because I bought like it was like 2 each or 6 for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I spent like I bought. I had $16, but he only charged me like $4.
And there's 10 movies on here. So you got 10 movies for $4?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, actually a little bit less because I took a bundle deal.
That's pretty good, right, Louis?
Some Japanese,
Louis
some weird Japanese like.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know what these are. Underworld Beauty. This is supposed to be like a Japanese noir film.
Oh.
Like, but not. I don't think it's
Is
made
it
in the
subtitled?
40s. Who? I don't know. It
Well, let me
says
see.
original subtitles, English subtitles.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah. And then something called MPD Psycho, complete series, Psycho. I don't know, but I love stuff like this. And again, for the price, the $2 each.
Right.
I mean, you know, you can't beat it. So I got, what else did I get from that one? Something called, this is another weird Japanese movie called Late Bloomer. If you read the description, it sounds really wild. I got the first season of the Doom Patrol, a series I love so much. I think there's 4 seasons of it, so I'm going to try to collect these. Again, for the price.
Louis walking around, and I try to pick him up, and he like wiggles away. He doesn't want me to pick him up. He's just around making his presence known.
The last 2 movies I got from that $2 each deal, actually it was like, you know, all these like movies. I think there was like 14 of them, or there was a crazy amount. But I got the Alligator People. Nice. I've never seen.
I haven't seen that.
I may have as a kid, but it's been so long. I see clips of it all the time. And a movie called The Doll Squad from, it's like Girls with Guns, you know, that type of thing.
Like an action movie.
Yeah. But that looks pretty fun. So I got all these movies for like under $2 each.
Hello, Tracy Lee. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Sears. Bruce Cook says, Memphis was fun. We went on a barbecue adventure on our honeymoon. Lots of wonderful food. Ooh, that sounds nice.
Sounds delicious. And Tim Gross was running around peddling his wares. He has a bunch of funny, like, weird movies that he has on DVD. That are hard to find. There's Death Metal Zombies.
Death Metal Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Brad Masters enters a contest and wins an album by his favorite band of all time, Living Corpse. The tape is a special song called Zombified, which turns Brad and his friend into zombies at a party. Dang. Don't you hate when that happens? Luckily, Brad's girlfriend, Angel, misses the party, and it's up to her to save her friends. Ooh, sounds like a good one. Thank you, Tim, for that. And then some independent movies. Always like to pick some of those up. We interviewed a couple of filmmakers there, indie filmmakers there, and they had some cool movies. They had a table full of stuff. But
I'm listening. I'm just giving Louis.
We got the latest one. This has Chris Seaver involved in it. David The Rock Nelson. Oh wow, this is the one I thought there was. It's called, and they premiered this at Wasteland. It's called
Coven of the Black Cube.
Looks like it could be a good
weird.
one. Can't wait. I love my indie films.
Kev says, I got tons of stuff. T-shirts galore, including Mummy and Monkey, dollar videos, and had Paul Clemens autograph a VHS of Beast Within, plus a few Tom Sullivan goodies.
Where'd you find dollar videos? Damn, I love finding that kind of stuff.
Ooh, someone had movies for $1.
I think I got a copy of American Scary, believe it or not, at Wasteland before we were doing our eventing there. It was years before that. For like $1 or $2.
Wow.
This is a movie by a young filmmaker there named Casper Melted Hair is her name.
What?
And this movie is called Busted Babies.
All right.
Anyone knows what that's about?
More weirdness.
A secret of turning flesh into glass breaks down something's reality. It says, maybe S is reality. When she trips into the barbecue salon, busting, rusting, immortal goop onto the faces of her son. I don't even know what I'm reading, but I gotta watch it.
All kinds of weirdness.
And then for Thanksgiving, we finally got a copy of Poultrygeist.
Night of the Chicken Dead.
Night of the Chicken Dead.
A trauma classic.
Gotta watch this for Thanksgiving. Can't wait.
That and maybe Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, I think.
Where the turkey gets revenge.
Do we have that? We do.
We should have that, and I think it's signed.
I think we do.
Mm-hmm. I met the guy who made that movie a long time ago.
And then from Gator Blade Productions, I got... we have to still watch the first one. It's a documentary about horror films from Florida called Blood, Guts, and Sunshine. This is the sequel to it. So we have the original one too that we have to watch, part 1. And it's about different cult movies. They interview
about making a lot of indie movies were made in Florida.
J.R. Bookwalters and Fred Olin Ray.
Yeah.
We've interviewed him.
Yep.
And J.R. Bookwalter. So that's pretty cool. So it's about movies that were filmed in Florida and horror movies, things like that. And then another movie called Zed's Dead, another independent movie by Gatorblade, which they really have some crazy stuff.
Interesting.
Yep. And then I picked up a few comic books. See, I love. And did I get any toys? I should have bought that Mole Man doll. I should have bought that. But there's some vendors that have a little bit of everything. I bought some comic books like Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, fighting Morbius, Secrets of the Sinister House. Look at that. DC comic.
Cool.
Yeah, and these ones, like, we like to read comics on Saturday night when we watch horror shows.
Yeah, there was
ourselves.
a Spider-Man one I read.
The Morbius one you were reading.
The Morbius one, yeah. That I read that the other day. It was pretty good.
There was a model there with her name was Sushi Savette, and she was modeled this cover for a book called Hack Slash. This is like their 15th anniversary. So she was there with Gatorblade Films. I
That's
got
cool.
that signed.
Wiki Bobby's asking, did you ever find if Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park, the VHS, if it was dubbed or not?
You remember that? Yeah,
I guess he remembers.
In the living room. I should throw it in after this show and find out.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
I kind of didn't forget about it. I just didn't get around.
We haven't gotten to check it yet.
It's in the pile of stuff to go through. But other stuff like Spider-Man, Marvel team ups, and things like that. And
a bunch of retro comics.
Yeah. Moondragon, Spider-Man, and Moondragon.
The artwork's
weird.
great.
I love the Marvel Comics 70s covers. And then last but not least, a couple of mags. Castle of Frankenstein this is an oldie from the 70s with an article on The Exorcist and a bunch of other stuff. And then Monsters and Heroes, kind of a weird old, but I don't know if I have this copy or not. Let me see. This issue, it's a weird old mag. This might be the one with the convention stuff in it from the 60s, comic book convention.
Might be.
It looks familiar, but to me all these covers look the same. But mine's all beat up, the one I got. Look how cool, Spider-Man.
That is cool.
In there. Let's see. No, this is a different issue, I believe. Oh, it's got something about the mummy. Look at that. Oh, smell it. Get a whiff of that old paper.
That old paper. The old ink and everything.
The old paper. I love it. Anyway, so we love reading. And this is in very nice condition. Wow.
It is. It's in good shape for its age.
Yeah, because on Saturday nights we like to hunker down and take in our own horror movie and horror host watching night. We watch some some Monster Channel shows. And
Sears says, I hope they have
stuff.
ads for sea monkeys in them.
This one, those comics,
they might.
The Marvel ones might, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Elaine says, wow, great haul.
Those are some of the
Elaine.
things. I think I might have got a few more things, but that was the meat of it. But yeah, and
it was so cool to just see everybody, and we did have. I just want to throw this out there. We did have one person comment, "Oh wow, you guys are selling a lot of stuff." Yeah, we sold some stuff, but the cost of getting the stuff made and doing all this, it's not it's like breaking even.
Yeah, but it fuels the fire,
But it really, we put it on so we can meet with fans and meet with future fans and meet with friends. Really, that's the most important thing, to have, if people want to come out and see us and we get pictures with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's connecting with people.
And some people, and without going
that's
into
really what it's about.
To any detail, but there were things said to us that really, really touched us, and made us feel like what we're doing is a good thing.
Some really sweet comments.
Yes,
and
personal
someone was
things.
saying that they watch on Sundays.
Oh yeah, that was
with
sweet.
their mini monster.
Yeah, because they work, and by the time they get the kid down on Friday, it's just too. So they wait and so they boot our show up, or they start watching our show Sunday as a way to relax and unwind, which is very nice, Yeah,
I thought that was sweet. So they are down to Sunday.
Yes.
And then someone else said that they watch us on Saturday, like the next day. So they're down to Saturday.
See, I think that's great. I only wish.
So if people can't catch it Friday, they can watch it, later on.
And growing up as a fan of horror hosted shows and movie hosted shows,
yes.
I wish we had that option. That if we missed whenever the show would come on, we could actually it was archived somewhere that we could pull it up anytime we want. That would have been so great.
And Tony Beller said, some wild-looking pants you guys have on.
Yeah, we got to put PJs and stuff
And
on.
Sears says, stellar, I noticed that too. Janet and James lounging pants. Yeah, we're wearing pajama pants.
I have laser cats on mine.
I had jeans on earlier, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm putting on pajama pants right now.
There's an upside down laser cat.
But they're like velour, so they're like fancier pajama pants.
Mine are like a printed fleece or something, but
yeah, yours are fleece.
And I have my Drag Me to Hell long sleeve T-shirt. I love this movie. I had to pop that. I didn't get to watch it last year. We have to watch Drag Me to Hell. We're trying to watch horror movies too.
So yeah,
night.
we'll discuss that more for the Harry Scary Hangover.
So
and you're
tune in for that.
you're taking notes of movies we've been watching, so then we can talk about what we think
like
of them.
Santa Claus. I'm keeping a list here.
Bitter Troll says, you two are dressed better than I am. The moment I get home, pants come off.
Oh, yeah.
I live alone.
When this show was...
he says it's very sad. It's not sad. It's okay to be solo. You know.
I was solo for many, many years.
It's okay. And that's totally fine. You're at home. You can walk around with no pants.
I don't like the leg prisons either. I mean, when this podcast is over, these are coming right off. But
yeah.
Yeah, but are switching back to Mummy Monkey? Or is that
whatever you want to talk about. We could go back to eBay.
Go to eBay
and we've got those stills we could share.
Yeah, you prepared a little slideshow or a show and tell.
So my sales are up 20% in my store.
Mine are down
and I'm
200%.
I'm trying to build it up more, and I wanted to share between our two eBay stores some interesting things we sold recently.
Yes, so let's do that, won't we?
Sure, let's do it. Okay.
To quote Chevy Chase.
So I go over to.
You just slide on down to wherever.
Does it say
stills? Boom,
okay.
And then you're right there.
Okay, so here's one.
Ooh.
It's dated 1999. Tom Clark Thanksgiving Plymouth Pilgrim gnome guy figurine.
Is that one I gave to you, or did you find that one?
No, that is one that I think I found at a thrift shop for maybe $3 or $4.
We sold one like that.
And it's like a resin figure, and I had him in my store for over a year. I was hoping he would sell last Thanksgiving, but he didn't. I had him at like around 40 or best offer, and someone offered me I think he went for 35. I think it says, does it say 35 on there? 35. So he went for 35 plus shipping, and I think he would look really cute on someone's shelf with like the cornucopia and fall decor. So perfect for Thanksgiving coming up. Someone's planning ahead, and they ordered that little guy there, that little pilgrim guy. Okay, and this next item, how do I do this? Okay, that, and then here. Oh, here's one that's really cool, guys. So this was in my store. I had this listed for a while. I found this at a Goodwill. It's a milk glass Geauga Lake mug. And for you Ohio people, there's a lot of Ohio people that remember Geauga Lake. And this is from the, it was like a pool called the Wave. And it was a big swimming pool, but then every so often they would have a big wave come through, and you could like surf the wave or have your inner tube, your floaty or whatever, and play in the wave. It was actually a pretty dangerous ride. I think some kids drowned in it before. But I had that for $84.99 or best offer, and someone sent me an offer for $67. So there's that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like one of those rare things.
Very good.
Okay, next item. Boop, boop. Vintage Twist and Turn. TNT stands for Twist and Turn. Stacy. Blonde flip Barbie doll. So that was Barbie's friend Stacy from
Her friend.
From the 1960s. I think 1967. I had it for $169 or best offer. That was from that major Barbie haul. Someone offered me $144 and I took it. So she sold for $144 plus shipping. And I think there's another still of her right here. She's got this funky mod swimsuit and the fun flippy hair. Okay, and then the next item. Oh, this is the back side of it. So you could talk up this Baker Mayfield thing. Let me switch to the next. So there's the front of it.
There you go. So I found this at a Savers thrift store, and I think I spent $8 for this thing. And I just knew it was something special because it was printed on that like vinyl, that sort of like two-sided vinyl, like a banner that would be hanging up probably in the Browns Stadium or something when Baker was playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. So I picked it up for $8, and I think I listed it maybe several months ago, and I put it up for 500 or best offer, and I did get I did sat for a while, but now Baker Mayfield, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, as you may know, is doing very well for another team. And I think someone local, it was sold to an Ohio person. Yeah, there you go.
There's the back part of it.
This is definitely something that was hanging up in probably the Brown Stadium. Someone got a hold of it. But anyway, so I had it up for 500. Someone offered me 200. I countered them 250, and they didn't hear back. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I lost the sale. But they countered it back 200. They were firm. So of course I took it. I have no idea how much this thing's worth, but 200 is not bad. Very good return on investment for that banner. All right.
Very cool.
And then
so there's the front of it again.
That was a really good sale.
Yeah, that's cool. So someone's going to love that in their man cave.
Yep, sent it off the other day. It was a woman that ordered it.
Okay, and then this guy, that one's from your store.
So, yeah, this is another one I took a best offer on. This is a Casper the Friendly Ghost ceramic, light. There's a green light on the inside of it. I don't know why it's green, but it is. But, yeah, this one sold. I think I took a best offer of 30 or 35. Might have been 35. But which was weird to me because when I looked it up to make sure that I was getting a good price for it, there were ones in boxes selling for 40.
Oh wow!
With free shipping, so I'm like, okay. So, but they bought it, and I took the $35 deal, and that was good.
Well, maybe they wanted to see what it looked like out of the box.
Well, there were pictures of all. People have taken them out of the box.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, there's a big photograph of it on the box.
Maybe they just liked your store better.
Hey, I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, so
I sold it.
It sold, yay. Okay, next one. You've sold a beer glass.
Yes, these I have a lot of luck with. Anytime I find these, I get excited because they know they'll sell, especially around the Halloween season. I did sell another mug or beer glass that was not Halloween related just right before this one. It was a Budweiser one with the bullfrogs.
Budweiser.
Yeah, I found two of those at a different place. But these I found at the bins that we talk about, the Goodwill bins, and
wow.
I dug through this box of Halloween glass stuff that nobody was messing with.
And that didn't break? That was in the Goodwill bins?
Two of them.
Wow.
And I'm like, cha-ching, I know these. I'm like, these will sell. And I did. I sold both of these, and they each went for $30 a piece. And I might have spent like 25 cents each for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, so that sold, and away it goes. I was a little sad because I do like Southern Tier's pumpkin beer. And I would like, sometimes if I can, I like to get the glasses that match the beer I drink. It's kind of fun, but not necessary. Not for $30.
Okay, and let's go back to us.
Let's go back to the camera there. See, scroll up with that bar there. And
there we are. Okay, and Louis is trying to scratch me. He's under the chair.
He's in there.
And he paws at you.
Yes, and,
from under the chair.
If we failed to mention about the people that came out, Bobby Harvey Jr. was another one, like at the last day.
Oh yeah, Wiki Bobby came out. So
Wiki Bobby came out, and that sharp mind he has reminded me of. He asked about the Kiss VHS tape I picked up.
Yes.
I don't know how much this is worth yet. I was able to find out who put these out. But yes, it is the language on the back is Tagalog, which is Filipino, and I don't know why it's. But there was like.
It's probably dubbed or something.
Movies, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like a different release of it.
Yeah,
like an international.
Yeah,
release.
It's a good old VHS tape. It's not even marked, but it has what's weird. It has a Blockbuster sticker on it. I don't know. I gotta pop this in to see if that's even Kiss versus the Phantom on there. Or Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. But I love this movie, and I don't know. It might be worth something to a Kiss collector. I don't know if it's dubbed or not, but we'll find out.
Sears says cool figure. Bruce Cook says I watched Shock Theater in Florida. What an awesome mug, says Elaine.
Oh, the wave one you had?
Yeah, and then Stellar says I remember the wave, or as I called it, the cesspool.
Oh my God, that place was gross.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't gross.
As a kid, I remember having a lot of fun, like in the wave pool. Yeah. But I remember hearing about how like some people drowned in there.
You could
like
play
it was actually like a very dangerous thing because the wave would just like if you didn't know how to swim, yeah, you could.
You could play avoid the toid.
The what?
Avoid the turd. It's just coming to you. Run.
Would people poop in there? I'm guessing they would pee in there.
Definitely pee. Everybody pees in the pool.
I don't know if people just dropping logs in the pool.
Occasionally, you probably see something
in a
like
swimming
that.
pool.
Well, yeah,
well, maybe a little
Ruth.
Kid pooped in there. I don't know.
Shake it out.
Ugh. Yuck. Anyways.
Pull a Taylor Swift and shake it
Okay,
up.
we're done talking about poop now. The water was green. I don't remember the water being green. Maybe later on they stopped cleaning it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of humanity in that pool. So.
Oh yeah, people soup.
Why bathe? I'm gonna go swimming today. I'm gonna go to the pool.
Joe says hurricane shutters up in Southwest Florida. Watching to you guys. Oh my
really?
gosh.
Well, hunker down and
get the heck
careful.
out of there.
Well, where are they gonna go now?
Oh, it's probably too late now.
But if you're in Florida watching this, God bless you. Hopefully everything goes okay. We
hope our Florida fans and friends are going to be okay. We hope many of you evacuated, and if you didn't, we hope you'll be okay.
We have friends that are down there, and people's family members that are friends that are down there. Someone, we don't have to go into detail, is down there very worried about.
Some very cool people are in Florida, and we really hope they're going to be okay.
Yeah, hopefully they just get.
We're worried about them.
Just get a little rain down, and that's it. But please be safe. Please be careful. And I don't know. I can't say go to the basement, right? There's no there's barely any basements in Florida.
They don't have basements.
They have shelters, don't they? Though, do they have hurricane-proof shelters?
Oh, maybe like the rec centers or maybe the community.
Like big buildings. Like
they might have like a community place where you could go hide in.
Might be a little safer. Whatever the case may be, please be careful.
Like a school or a rec center, whatever. It's based on the neighborhood, I guess.
When I use a word like folks, I'm serious. Please be.
Yeah.
But yeah. The F word.
Greg says, I have friends and family all in the Tampa area.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
we got chased out of Tampa. Out of that area. Clearwater.
We
by
took
a hurricane.
Yep. In 2017, we took I don't remember the name of the hurricane.
I think it was Ida.
I don't think.
Start with an I?
No, Ida was too new. This was 7 years ago, so.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the name of it.
But yeah, we got chased out and all the flights were canceled. We even went to the Atlanta airport. Nothing.
Like we were just gonna get on a plane.
No, they're like, take your rental car and just drive home.
Out of town.
And all the hotels were booked. We slept in the parking lot of Georgia? A hotel in Georgia.
Yeah, everybody was sleeping in their cars.
Yeah, I think everything was the traffic was crazy even through Tennessee.
And that next day, I drove all the way back from Georgia to Ohio.
Oh my God! And I helped direct you.
We drove all day.
And then we ate at a Waffle House and got sick.
Ugh.
You threw up, and for me it was
it
wasn't pleasant.
Yeah, we went back in time there. I don't know what was going on.
Oh yeah, some people were acting really.
It was very strange.
Really weird and creepy.
It felt like we fell out of a time machine back to the 1930s or 40s.
It was very disturbing. Some of the stuff
that's all
we
I'll
overheard.
say.
That's all I'll say.
If you could, people were being treated very strangely down there.
Yeah. Where they weren't treating others fairly.
Yeah, it was like, really.
So that's all we'll say about that.
Anyway,
yeah.
But I'm sure it's a beautiful place otherwise. But yeah, Georgia, not the Waffle House.
Yeah.
But hey, no hate on Waffle House. Some people like that stuff.
Ugh. Yeah.
Someone's like Waffle House. Bleh.
Yeah, I can't.
Where would you rather eat, Waffle House or Golden Corral? Like if you had to.
Probably Golden Corral.
Really.
Because I don't remember ever getting sick on Golden Corral, but I remember feeling sick from some of the other patrons. So, and then Golden Corral isn't there. I never really liked their food very much anyway. I only went there a few times, but I at least don't remember getting sick from them.
I would have to agree. I think I might have to Golden Corral over Waffle House.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Anyway. The eye keeps moving north. We will get a lot of rain and wind, but should be fine. Oh, good. Oh, that's good to hear. Maybe, and that's the other thing, too, is you have to plan for the worst, obviously, with stuff like this. And we're not going to get on this thing, but, yeah, but, and hope, you plan for the worst and hope for the best, That's about all you can really do. And it's always a relief to hear that maybe it's not going to be as bad, because God, they were Chicken Little and all day on the news. I mean, for the last couple days.
Well, it changes so fast, so who knows?
But better safe than sorry, because if they don't evacuate and it does hit hard, then that's it. Then they didn't do their job. But anyway.
Wes says, I remember their bourbon chicken at Golden Corral.
They had that?
Says, Waffle Houses here in Atlanta are kind of rough now. Even I won't eat at one anymore.
It's just everything was so greasy.
It was too much greasy. Too. I just, my stomach couldn't handle it.
I think I had a lot of nerves going on too.
And on top of that, it was nerves, from trying to drive home.
Well, the stress
and the stress of trying to escape a hurricane. So it was too much all at once. Okay, so we were talking about eBay. We were talking about Mummy and the Monkey.
They were talking about eBay. They were talking about Mummy and the Monkey.
We still have to decide a movie for this Friday, but we are going to play the interview footage from Cinema Wasteland over the weekend. So yeah, we're gonna try to figure out a movie this evening, and then so for our fans that couldn't make it to Cinema Wasteland, I still have a couple ceramic mugs left. I have some tumbler like drink cups left. And I think I have 2 hats left. So I'll be putting those on eBay tonight as well. And I'll share the link on, I think, Facebook. So if you guys follow our, like, Mummy and the Monkey Facebook, if you're in the Facebook group, you could see it. And the kitties are killing each other. Hold on a sec.
Ah, they'll be all right. Don't even worry about it.
What are you guys doing?
Yes, we have cats that I think when they hear us talk, like most animals, it's almost like kids. They just want the attention, so they'll attack each other or cause a fuss to get your attention because they hear you talking, and that's just the way animals are. Let's see anything in the chat that's good. Oh.
Him and Jack.
Who'd you grab, Louie?
This is Lou. Him and Jack were like, I don't know, fighting or starting something. They're just, and they know we're doing a show, so then they will act out to, like, get more attention. Like, look what I'm doing. Give me treats. Give me stuff. They're funny. Sorry.
They
I just
hilarious.
heard all this howling and, like, crying. I'm like, what are they doing? Let's see. Let's check some more comments. Avery says, who is the handsome couple and where is the Mummy and the Monkey?
Well, you know.
That's funny.
They're kind of here.
Yeah, yeah. Waffle House is much better for breakfast than Corral, says Avery. Okay, yeah, everyone's got their own opinion on it.
Who knew that Golden Corral, served breakfast? I didn't know that.
The Beast of Yucca Flats was boss. Oh, man. That movie
You're the only one that's ever said that.
Yeah, that's probably the worst
you are alone
movie
in that.
ever.
You are alone in that thought, sir.
Yeah.
Ma'am, whoever wrote that.
Well, we'll probably wrap this up in a little bit here.
We got 10 more minutes or so, yeah?
We do.
Okay. I was just checking a few things.
And then we're, like, trying to plan some stuff for Halloween. We're going to have episode 250 coming up.
Right before Halloween.
Right
it's
before
like
Halloween.
The weekend before Halloween.
So we might just... We wanted to do, like, a clip show.
I don't know what we're doing.
I was thinking, like,
That's a big number. That's a milestone.
Okay. We'll figure it out. But we had some things set aside for episode 250.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying.
Some ideas.
We had some ideas for that.
Some rescued reels, as people, if you watch the show, you know what we're talking about. If you don't, rescued reels is a segment or a bit that we do where I go through old videotapes that I've collected over the years, stuff taped off television, and I pull commercials from them, and we designate the year they're from, and sometimes what city, and if it's on a particular network, I try to keep it consistent, just the way I do it. But on Rescued Reels, when I go through these things now, it's interesting because some of these commercials are from 30 years ago, even 40 years ago.
Right.
That I have tapes that go back to the early 80s.
And didn't you find some Halloween commercials and some Halloween shorts?
I think so, things like that. But
Yeah.
then there are some things too that are like maybe a little kind of not so PC, which I could give a rat's butt about. I'm not a big PC guy, but at the same time, I do see how the climate's changed. Let's say there is climate change within pop culture and within and what's acceptable in society, especially for advertising.
Yes.
I think the commercials are hilarious because you got to take them in the context that they were made in.
Well, maybe we'll have to see it. Maybe it depends on.
And some of them are just bad stereotypes of of different people of
And
Italian
were
people.
these were from the 1980s?
Yeah.
Yeah, even in the 1980s there was some stuff like that.
Like I've had friends who are of Italian descent just despise some of these
And
commercials.
they probably cringe at
like
that,
Olive
right?
Garden ones. When I come home from my parents or my folks from Italy come to visit me, I take them to, and they're all talking like this. I take them to the Olive Garden. It's like,
Like,
no, you don't.
No, you don't.
And I've had Italian friends that go, that's not true.
That's not authentic Italian cuisine.
Everyone knows that. It's just fast food
Yeah.
Italian. Just like Chinese food, which I love, isn't actual authentic Chinese food. You go to China,
Gary
you're
Smith
not getting
says,
that.
enjoyed the Euclid Beach Park home movies.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. So that's on our channel right now. So we have another playlist on our YouTube channel called Rescued Reels. It's the Rescued Reels Project, and that was from an 8mm film, like home movies of a family going to Euclid Beach Park. And it looks like it was in the springtime, but maybe it was still cold outside. They're still wearing coats, and jackets. And I was trying to figure out what year it was from, because the park closed in 1969.
69.
So Euclid Beach Amusement Park was open in the Cleveland, Euclid, kind of Collinwood area. And it was open from like the late 1800s up until 1969. So it was a big part of...
Never closed. It was open that long.
They were open every day too, from the pictures and stuff. But they had like little roller coasters and kids rides, and it was like right there on the beach. It was cute. Like my mom went there when she was a kid.
They had beheading.
My aunts and uncles went there when they were kids.
They had a guillotine. They would do beheading.
Oh, stop it!
It was great.
Why are you saying that? That's not funny.
It's not back in the 1800s, they just riding out those public
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Maybe in France in the 1500s or something.
Different. That
wasn't not here.
Oh, okay.
No.
I know. I'm just trying to make sure. Like, times were so different then.
Anyways.
No, they didn't do that. Well, you needed, like...
What?
I don't know. I'm just joking. I'm just making up stuff. Is anyone laughing at it?
Probably not.
Is there a TikTok going on? What's the thing with the ticks? Ticks from Outer Space. Yeah,
Vampire Ticks from Outer
Space.
Space.
Boy. That's a good movie, though.
It is. But yeah, it's a cute video. Some people were saying, there was someone on Facebook going, "Oh, I don't like how it's cropped." Well, if I stretched it out to full screen, it kind of warps the video a little bit. So yeah, it is.
But everybody wants a full screen version of something that was shot.
That was shot on like 8mm, this tiny square.
Well, everything, the format,
Maybe they just didn't understand. But
yeah, you can stretch the film, but it crops out certain things.
Well, and then it might look a little too like fuzzy or grainy.
Yeah, because you're enlarging.
You're enlarging the picture.
Something where there's not a lot of information.
Where there's not a lot there to begin with.
Yeah, you'd think you'd like it for the original format.
Yeah.
Well, I see Gary Smith's in the chat. Hey, Gary. Gary stopped by as well to Cinema Wasteland. Always good to see him. Greg Tominski, Snack Master General, was asked. Oh, he said, I gave you a copy of Euclid Beach Park is closed. Yes.
Yes, that's a great documentary that PBS put out for that. A while back.
And we have other ones, too, like that. We have some
there's
Cleveland Memories.
There's like 2 or 3 different documentaries about the park.
I'm pretty sure I found a copy of that Euclid Beach Park is closed on VHS at some estate sale. I have that laying around, too.
Yeah.
They were talking about Laughing Sal. Yeah, we were talking about that all weekend.
So I think Laughing Sal is still around. Yeah, and I remember the Euclid Square Mall used to have Laughing Sal like in the main part of the mall. And what else? They had like some other exhibits from Euclid Beach Park there. I remember like in the late 80s, early 90s, as a kid going to Euclid Square Mall.
Well, I believe the Marks, the people in the Marks stores.
Oh, and at Marks too.
They bought some of that stuff. They own the Laughing Sal. That would pop up at a random Marks. There's Laughing Sal right in the when you first walk in the store.
And sometimes like the carousel horses they would display. It would be so cool if they would bring that area back, like bring Euclid Beach back and bring other parks like that back, like the smaller amusement parks. A lot of them have like closed down.
Hey, it's Michaela Stormer's birthday week. Awesome.
Ooh, happy birthday.
This Friday is her birthday eve show. It was her birthday eve day, so we'll be she'll be watching us celebrating her birthday.
Oh, nice.
Birthday eve. That's cool.
The big 2-4.
Wow.
So we'll have to add
to be 24 again.
Let me start writing down people's birthdays. I gotta do that because I think we've had some other birthdays this week
The
too.
boil and oil ride. See, Tony remembers those crazy rides he used to have way back when people were a little looser. They weren't as uptight. They weren't as uptight. They liked all kind of weird stuff. The tar and feather ride.
What?
That was hilarious. Nothing like going home all tarred and feathered and
no.
boiled oil and
I don't know about that.
maybe headless. Who knows?
Oh my god.
That was such fun, wasn't it?
What? Okay.
Because people's idea of amusement was
Maybe in the Middle Ages.
But that would be a funny. See, there's a skit there, like the Middle Ages amusement park. What would it be? You know, like a Ren Fest. I don't know. I think they call that Ren Fest, right?
And Kev says I sent photos and emailed them to you.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Kev,
we did see, I think,
Kev
some
FIRMOO,
emails come through.
Great meeting you out there. Like, see, I'm saying the list goes on. It was
there's so many that came out.
It was so great.
So it was really cool, and we're excited to meet everybody at Akron Comic Con because there are some people who
a lot of people come out.
Didn't go out to Cinema Wasteland. Maybe they live closer to Akron.
Yeah, and what about the other news about Akron? Did we talk about that? Or we know about that?
Oh, that's right. So before we sign off, there is some big news.
Bombshell news.
So and it was announced at Woolly Bear a few weeks ago.
In Vermillion, Ohio.
The Woolly Bear Festival.
Yes, emceed by the
Little
one, the
John
only
Rinaldi.
Little John Rinaldi.
Mm-hmm.
And he got up on the podium and he was doing this thing. And what did he announce?
Ghoulardi Fest will be back in 2025. It will be September 13th and 14th. And the nice folks who run the Akron Comic Con will be helping to put together Ghoulardi Fest. Yes. So it will be in Akron, Ohio at the same location where Akron Comic Con is.
Yes, a nice 2-day event.
So it'll be a 2-day nostalgia, fun time.
Yes.
Retro show.
Well, you know, and and I'm obviously we're going to be there. We'd love to be there.
Yes.
And so it should be fun. So you can put that on your calendar as far as we know. Hopefully everything goes good. And it comes to fruition, and there will be a Ghoulardi Fest or something that is maybe named different, but who knows? I don't know what the name's going to be, but people
Yeah, we'll have more information as time...
So stop asking us
as time rolls on. Yeah, everyone, for like the past 5 years, when's the next Ghoulardi Fest? Are they going to do Ghoulardi Fest?
I like that they think that we're that dialed in, and we kind of are, but
at
the same time we're not. Hey,
and
who knows?
Okay, Gary Smith, Cedar Point has the Cedar Downs Fast merry-go-round from Euclid Beach Park. So speaking of Cedar Point, on that same film reel where I got the Euclid Beach video, there was also Cedar Point Beach video. Nothing of the rides, but a family picnicking and hanging out on the Cedar Point Beach. So I think it's like a 7-minute snippet. I might cut it down to just a couple minutes if you guys are interested in it. It might be from the late 50s, early 1960s, and it's kind of cute just seeing people picnicking on the beach and just having fun. So if you guys are interested, I'll also add that to YouTube at some point.
I see Sears James is jumping in on the medieval or the fun. A medieval amusement park. They could have leeches for bloodletting and a beheading stand. So
oh, jeez.
Step right up.
I'm okay with just arcade games.
Oh, that's no fun. Where's the danger in that?
No, I'm good with just, bumper
Step
cars.
into the Iron Maiden.
I like the merry-go-round better. Bumper boats, the bumper cars.
Torture rack.
Nah, I'm good.
That's a fun ride. You get stretched.
You have fun with that. I'll go ride the merry-go-round.
Oh, boy.
Or go on the Ferris wheel.
Eat a turkey leg, while around. And
no, I'm good.
Poop out a castle window, everything.
Oh, boy. Crazy.
Where's the outhouse? Where's the restrooms? They're up there.
You go on these weird tangents.
They're in the turret.
Like, what? Why? Okay.
Leeches suck. No kidding.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you like hearing us babble about random things, about our eBay adventures, about found film, about Mummy and the Monkey, retro horror films, give the like button a tap, a click, hit the like button, smash the like button, whatever.
Gesundheit.
Whatever you want to do. And if you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button. That really does help our channel. And we have almost 5,500 organic, real people subscribers. So we're really grateful for that.
Yes.
No bot subscribers here. It's all real.
That's right. No overnight jump in the subscribers. At this rate, it's gonna take us, decades to, get another 100 viewers.
Yeah.
Or subscribers.
Maybe in another 100 years.
Yes. Please subscribe if you have not. All right, and I think that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Living the Scream. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll catch you this Friday night at the Harry Scary Hangout.
Yes.
On our YouTube channel, 8:45 Eastern Time, and the movie will be We don't know yet. Well, we'll find out.
We're gonna figure out a movie, but take care, everybody. Stay safe.
Yes.
Florida friends, hang in there.
Yep. You're in our thoughts.
Yes. And
All right.
all right, that's it for now, guys. Mwah.